From The Human Condition, a User's Manual by Arnold Kunst, July 19th. Necessity requires no decision. Anonymous. When I was in college, I had a summer job working for a painting contractor. One summer, he submitted a bid for painting the exterior of a huge condominium complex. It was called Whispering Pines, and they were over the moon when they found out that they had won this job. The company was led by three brothers who had, between them, no less than 15 kids. Lots of mouths to feed. Bob, he was the one who had taken and passed the contractor's exam, and so nominally was the boss, told me that they liked to nail down a super big contract every year, one that would stretch out for 6 months or so, like this one would, and then they could build the rest of their year around that one contract. There was one little problem, though, one that should have rightly have given anyone cause for concern. They learned eventually that their winning bid was lower, considerably lower, than the next lowest bid. In fact, $40,000 lower. When they examined their bid, they found out the problem. John, the estimator, somehow had forgotten to include the figure for the windows. The good news was they had a gigantic job they were going to build the entire year around, just like they wanted. The bad news was they went into this 6-month plus commitment at a considerable disadvantage. They were starting out in a $40,000 hole, and nothing they could possibly do would ever dig themselves out of it. The one who really stood out in this whole story was Bud, the third brother, the best painter I ever met in all those high school and college summers, who was slated to be the job foreman. He had to get up every day, drag himself off to a job he knew was losing $40,000, and that no matter what he did. And he was a wizard not only with a spray gun, but also as a leader of men. The thing was a dog. I, like all the other 16 guys on that crew, was happy enough to be off to a job that would last my entire summer and leave my bank account sufficiently swollen that I'd be able to limp my way through to the following summer, when those same three brothers would work their magic once again. For me, Whispering Pines was nothing more than a cash cow. It was something far different for Bud, the one who, largely because of how he carried himself during those 6 grueling months, became my lifetime hero that summer. He taught me a valuable lesson. Maturity isn't always pretty, and more often than not, happens out of sight. Arnold Kunst.